I'm your host, Shah, and you're tuned in to the Tingz podcast. Being here means that you're ready to learn a little bit more about the Caribbean carnival culture. Whether you're a newbie or a long-time carnival veteran, you're guaranteed to step away with new knowledge. Let's talk to Tingz. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Tingz podcast. I am your host, Shah. Happy to be with you today. And today is a special day. Now, I don't know if you remember what my Instagram feed was looking like back in October 2022, but I had the opportunity to travel to Portugal and attend this event named Soca Wkndr. Now, I never shared the details of my trip. I never made a review on how it went, and I did that on purpose. But what I did do for you today is I brought a member of the Soca Wkndr team on the show, today. So Sir Influential is his name in the social media streets, and he is here to give you the 411 on all things Soca Wkndr so that you can decide if it's something that you want to try in the future. A couple disclaimers before you hear the actual episode, right? Like, it was pure pressure to get this episode recorded after so many reschedules. And by the time we did record it, I had to have my daughter with me, so you might hear her in the background. And you also may not hear some of my reactions to his commentary because I have myself on mute. But either way, here it is. Hope you enjoy, and I hope you actually learn a lot. Hello, sir. Sir Influential. Welcome to the show. If you want to take some time and introduce yourself to the people. Real quick.
Hey everyone, I am Sir Influential out of the Soca Wkndr team. I'm also one of the hosts. I am the host for the weekend as well. So it's a pleasure to be here on the podcast and the show. Big up Tingz and the whole of the American soca scene. Big up on yourself. And we're going to have a lovely chat about all things Soca Wkndr 2022 in Portugal. Man, I'm still very elated about it. Still very excited, especially after coming through after the pandemic and, having our biggest year yet, when most vibes, most energy, most Americans. So there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to, reminisce about and get excited for 2023. You see me? But we're here. Tingz nice. What's going on?
You talked about reminiscing, right? So talk to me about how and why and when did Soca Wkndr become a thing?
So it started. The prep started in 2014. The team wanted to do something different for the scene, something for the UK soca scene market to come and enjoy in the UK, a Soca Wkndr way that we haven't had in ages, in years. Something for the current generation of soca lovers, fetters, and just put on something full of vibes, full of energy. And we started in the UK in 2015 in an area called Southampton. And we had artists like Brother B there performing live from Grenada and a whole host of UK DJs and hosts. And people traveled down on coaches or in their personal cars. We had a nice little resort. Everybody stayed on the resort. Everything happened on the resort. And we had a whale of a time, different theme parties, all white, wear your best red, fancy dress. Fancy dress in the UK is what we call we wear something different, unique, like costume wear. So you might come as a sailor, you might come as Frankenstein, you might come as whatever else, Sailor Moon. That's what we call in the UK fancy dress, because I know from this year that a lot of the American followers, a lot of the American fetters, your idea of fancy dress is ballroom dressing, which is what we call it in the UK. So long gowns and suits and tie. That's fancy dress for you guys, but for us, fancy dress is just costume wear. We put on something different, something elaborate, something unusual. So yeah, that's how it started. As a team coming together and saying, you know what, we're gonna give you all the elements that you love of the culture in one space, one place, just to round out the year. Because there's no carnival, but we want to do something else that's not too deep into the winter, but right here, just after the carnival, just to say, you know what, let's end the year on a high, let's bring all the vibes together. Had a little Juve, had this, had that. And then after the first year, we said, you know what, we have something amazing here. We've gotten a lot of traction, a lot of interest, but we need to take it to somewhere hotter. So that's when Soca Wkndr went from Soca Wkndr UK to Soca Wkndr, Europe's number one Soca Wkndr. And we started to travel Europe and go to Malaga, go to Portugal, go to Greece, go to Malta. And the aim is to always bring new experiences. That's what it's all about. It's giving you that amazing, euphoric soca feeling, but in a new destination, somewhere different. Imagine doing a boat ride in the middle of the Portuguese Ocean or the middle of the Greek Ocean or the Spanish Sea, and you're taking in some different kind of energy, and it's a different kind of setting. So yeah, that's what it really was about, and how it started, and the team's grown, and now there's different facets or teams that have come together to create and what you now see as Soca Wkndr. So that's what the journey started from 2015 till now. So obviously that's where we're at. And that's the why as well. It's all about bringing you that experience. It's more than just artists. It's giving you that new destination. How can you experience your culture in a new destination?
So which countries have y'all blessed with Soca Wkndr thus far?
So the countries that we've done, Malaga in Spain. We've done Greece, Zakynthos in Greece. We've done Portugal twice. We did Portugal twice, and we've done Malta as well.
When we had a conversation about wanting the right type of people to attend, right? So if you had to choose or to describe, right, what's the crowd that someone should expect if they're interested in attending Soca Wkndr? Like who's the ideal person to attend that event?
The ideal person for a Soca Wkndr needs to, one, know how to handle the liquor. That's one. Because we like to drink, and our parties, we're all about getting you drunk. From the entry, from the welcome party, you're drinking, you're vibing. So you must be able to handle your liquor. Two, you must be mature. We are grown people, so we don't want no childish behavior. And I know plenty of people is adults, but they're not mature. We like mature people that come out and know how to have a good time. Whether that means you are 25 or 55, you must be mature, for sure. And the next aspect is a lover of all the islands, because we represent for all the islands. So we want you to come out and rep your island, bring your flag. We don't just want to just say, not to be rude or funny, but the usuals, the Trinis, the Bajans, the Guyanese. No, if you're from St. Croix, forward. If you're from Turks and Caicos, forward. If you're from VI, forward. If you're from Bonaire, Curacao, Bermuda, Antigua, Anguilla, we welcome you. All of you, come through. And then finally, a person that likes exploring and enjoying new places, because that's the aim. If you're someone that is only used to just, you like familiarity all the time, because every year at Soca Wkndr, you're going to get something different. You're going to get something new. So you got to come prepared to say, you know what, let me try something new this year. Or what we're going to do this year. And also, final thing as well, you must be a person that is going to make effort with the themed outfits. That's what I loved about this year. Everybody made effort. So whether we say you're wearing all white, you don't find the typical white. You find the white that you used to wash with the blue soap, and it stand up nice and shine. When we say you're wearing fancy dress, you're going to come in the most scariest kind of thing, and you're going to make effort to paint up your face or get your outfit out different, because there's prizes to be won. And of course, we like team players, because we're all about building a team, a family. Once you come Soca Wkndr, you're a part of the Soca Wkndr family, and we want to continue to have you a part of this family journey as we go and bring this lovely soca culture across the world. So that is the kind of persons we want at Soca Wkndr. That's the ideal person that will come and enjoy Soca Wkndr and should be at Soca Wkndr. So if you're hearing this for the first time and you're thinking about booking, you need to book right now.
Small things.
Small things.
All right, so you're telling them to book, right? You're telling them to book. What should they expect? What does a typical Soca Wkndr schedule look like?
So typically, what a Soca Wkndr schedule looks like is from the time you book, you'll be following the Instagram, you'll be getting your email updates. Obviously, you make your deposit payment, then you make your installment payments. And then as we draw nearer to the time, October, I mean, a month or two before, we'll release the themes so you know what outfits you need to go and buy. So if you need to go on Shein, you need to go on Zara, you need to go on Amazon, you need to go on eBay, or if you're making them yourself, we love those too. Then you have time to book them, you have time to make them and get them sorted out. And then we also obviously remind people of the weather that's to be expected out there. Obviously, we also encourage people to make sure you sort out your transfers from the airport to your hotel. Obviously, people also, you book in your own hotel so you know where you're going, you know where you're staying, you're happy with that. Then the real bacchanal starts when we make and we invite you to the Soca Wkndr WhatsApp group. And then the bacchanal starts there. So you join that group and then you get to see who else is there. You get to meet some of the team, you get to meet some of the DJs. You start to connect the dots and say, oh, this person's going, this person's going. You make your little friendships from there. Then you touch down, you reach, you settle into your hotel, you come to the welcome party. You will see my lovely face. And you're greeted with a warm welcome. Soca Wkndr, thanks for coming. Have you got your ticket? You show it to the team member, they scan it, you get your goodie bag. And in your goodie bag has the essentials. It has the essentials in it. It has your wristband, it has your t-shirt, it has your cup, and a few other things that are complimentary in the goodie bag. And then you're just chilling and vibing. The DJs are playing music. You can get a drink, you can get some food. You can say hello to some people you might have known or saw on the plane, or in your hotel. That's the welcome party. And then we go straight into the first event for the weekend. We remind you all of where it is. You turn up and it's like, yo, we're pumping, we're vibing, we're not wasting no time. The first event is always a high intent event because we're setting the tone for the weekend. We're not coming to ease you in. No. This is not easing. COVID already make we ease up. Now we're not easing in. It's a ride down. We ride out and riding down. We're going straight hard. Straight off the jumbo jet, straight into Fet. You understand? So then, that's your day one done. You've had your welcome party and your first party. So you've met some of the team, you've seen some of the DJs, you're kind of getting your bearings of the area, and you know where you might get your favorite gyro or food from there. Right, cool. The next day now, all right, some of your other friends might come now. The WhatsApp group is active now because you've seen a couple more people. All right, we're going to meet up at this time. We're going to go for pre-drinks here. But then hold on, wait, it's the boat party. So we can't be late for the boat. So we need to get down to the dock early. You're going to meet more of the team there. We're chilling outside, and who knows, one of the team might treat you to, or me, the host might say, you know what, I like your outfit, you know. Let me buy you a drink. You're looking good. Isn't that right, Miss Tingz? I will say, hey, you come out strong and proper, ready for the boat, and you go on the boat, and we have a time on the boat. We're out in the ocean, we're vibing, and then we want to see which boat have the most vibes. Big event now, artist performance. Bam, you come out, you know, it's your artist, whether it's this artist from Vinci or this artist from Lucia or from Trini. You come out, you put on your sack the best, you're good to go. Beach games gets very competitive because people know after all the partying and you've made your little alliances now and everybody knows what teams they're in. You're like, hold on, that team not better than me. My posse is the better posse. And we just vibe on the beach, have a wicked time. And then Sunday is the day now where you put on again, like I said, you're dressed to the nines, you come out prim and proper, you're in a beautiful venue, outdoor space. Everybody's just now on a high because you've had such an amazing weekend. Your energy is up. You're thinking to extend your flight and extend your hotel room for an extra night or two because you don't want to go home yet and you want to explore Portugal, and you know, say this last night you're going to get extra drunk because it's all about, living our best life. You work hard for your money so you come out proper. And the Sunday is where you really see who love the bacchanal, who love the energy. So that is kind of how a Soca Wkndr goes. Obviously, I can't and I don't want to give it all away. You need to be there to experience it and feel the energy, because it's one thing to hear me talk about it. It's one thing to see it on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. You need to be there. I know Tingz is going to be there again. She ain't missing that. And if she miss it, it's problems. So what about you? What did you most enjoy about Soca Wkndr?
I most enjoyed definitely the dance hall party was probably my favorite. All White was great too. All White was nice. Listen, I had a time at all of them. I think the only one that, because of the spacing for the first one, but I enjoyed myself at all of them. Last question. Why, this is random, right? Like, why did y'all choose to eliminate the two E's from Weekender? Like, why is it spelled the way that it is? What was the thought behind that?
The thought behind that is just to make it nice, sweet, and snappy, and so it's more distinctive and easy to catch. It's more eye-catching. It's all about making the brand easy to catch and stand out.
So what advice do you have for the people who are attending Soca Wkndr for the first time, the newbies?
2 tips for the newbies straight away. Make sure you're in the WhatsApp group. 2, don't be afraid to speak to anybody that's a rep. Come to us. We are happy, friendly, lovely people. We will make sure that if you need food, we'll give you something for name. If you need drink, you'll get something for drink. If you can't find your hotel, we'll make sure you find your hotel. And we'll answer all questions. So that's my 2 tips for you. Make sure you're in the WhatsApp group and make sure you come friendly, ready to fet. That's my 2 tips for the newbies. Don't come on a stush vibe. Don't come on I'm not sure. I don't want to get. No. Come ready to let all your worries go and fet till you had content. Free up yourself. You work hard all year. Soca Wkndr is where you just let your hair down and you enjoy yourself to the fullest. Don't forget to follow the Instagram, Soca Wkndr. So that is SOCAWKNDR, Soca Wkndr. Of course, don't forget, behavior is optional. That's the motto. Behavior is optional. And it's from the 19th to the 23rd of October 2023. Once again, it's from the 19th to the 23rd of October 2023. So make sure you land the 18th or the 19th or before that, the 17th. And make sure you book your departing flight back to your home nation on either the 23rd in the evening or the 24th or the 25th of October. Right, people? So I'll say it again. We're in Portugal. The airport is Faro, Faro. And it's the 19th to the 23rd of October. That's when the events are happening. So make sure you're there a day or two before and you leave a day or two after. It's going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie without a doubt. So can't wait to see you all there. I'm Sarah for the Soca Wkndr and Flag Sound. I'm going to be the host. And I've got some whole heap of plans and surprises for 2023. So make sure you are there in Portugal with us from the jump. Because if you miss day one, you might miss something spectacular. So make sure you're there a day or two before. And of course, take some time to explore the island. Explore the country, Go and visit a museum. Visit a gallery. Get a spa treatment. Go and see some part of Europe or Portugal that you ain't seen before. So you come a couple of days before and you leave a couple of days after. We can't stress that enough. That adds to the experience as well, You cool down before and you cool down after. Soca Wkndr, behavior is optional.
All right, so you heard it from a reliable source, y'all. And now I'm going to add my 2 cents. I'm also going to do some specific reels and TikToks about Soca Wkndr. So I know y'all love to know about costs, right? That's an important part of every trip. And so here are my breakdowns. I bought my party pass for Soca Wkndr in June, and it was around $107 US at the time. My flight was purchased in July, and that was $750 US. And honestly, that's a late booking for me. I usually like to plan further in advance, but because of just being a new mom and all that, I wanted to make sure that it was going to be a good time for me to travel. So I decided a little later than I usually would. Lodging for us was $282 each. I split it with another person, and we stayed at Hotel Topazio, which was right across the street from one of the venues. To get to and from the airport, we booked a round trip airport transfer in advance, and that was about $48. And then, of course, there were the little $5 Uber rides here and there when things weren't in walking distance, which wasn't often at all. So roughly, we spent about $1,200 on this trip, not including food and excursions. Because we wanted to travel and do some touristy things within the area, we added a day to the front of the trip and we added a day to the back end of the trip. And I just love that we were able to explore a different place other than the Caribbean, right? Most of the events were within walking distance from the recommended hotels, which was awesome. So there really wasn't this urgency to leave, by a certain time. And even if you did go to an event and then it wasn't popping at the time, and go back to your hotel and then go back out. Like, I love that. The events that were furthest away, and when I say furthest, I don't even mean that they were far. It was just the beach games and also getting to the ferry. So beach games was within walking distance. It was just a long walk. So I'm talking maybe like 25 minutes or something like that. But you needed an Uber to get to the dock for the boat, which again cost like $5. One thing about Soca Wkndr, the communication from the team is on point. They send you this weekend guide before things pop up that has all of the information in it. There's the WhatsApp group, like he was mentioning, which also was very lit. The staff is amazing. Staff is really friendly, approachable people, personable people. I don't have any complaints about them. And just overall, it was a really inexpensive trip. So, would I go again? Absolutely. If you have the time, if you are interested in meeting new people, if you are interested in experiencing another continent, if you are interested in just having a good time and enjoying soca somewhere other than the Caribbean or the US, go to Soca Wkndr. Just do it.